Good afternoon, students. So, in the previous session, we have completed factorization. In that, we have seen two methods: factorization by taking common factors and factorization with the help of regrouping the terms. Now, we will do the factorization using identities. So, we have already learned few identities like a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, and a plus b, a minus b will give you a square minus b square. So on the basis of this, now we will do the factorization. But the concept is what we did in the previous. The question is given in the form of like this: a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square or a plus b, a minus b, and we find the answers. Now questions are in this form, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and we have to find the factors of this in terms of a plus b whole square. That is the different thing in this. Otherwise, if you know all the identities and how to use them, it is very easy for you to do the factorization. So let's see first examples. X square plus 8x plus 16. Now how you can identify whether you have to use the identities or not? See, the first and last term both are perfect square. Here also see the first and last term both are perfect square. So on the basis of that we can identify whether we have to use identities or not. Second thing, we have given the answers and we have to now find the questions. That is the reverse method we have to do in this kind of question. So we know that what we have to do, x square, this is the first term square, so x whole square plus 2 times first term last term plus last term whole square. Okay, what we have to do, we know that we have to find the first term whole square, last term whole square. If we don't know what is to be there in the middle term, so leave it as it is. Okay, then what you have to do, square means 2 you have to keep in one bracket your first term, in second bracket your last term. So this is your middle term. So you should know the first and last term, that should be always in a perfect square mode, then only you can use the identities. Okay, so x square, first term square, 4 square, last term square. First and last term if you know, then it is very easy to find the middle term. It is nothing but the 2 into first term into last term. So now what is the answer? First term, middle sign plus, last term 4 whole square. Again I am repeating, we know how to do the factorization, how to expand this term. We know this, but we don't know how to do this. So now what we have to do, we have to use identities: first term square plus 2x into 4 plus 4 square, and we have to find first term plus last term bracket whole square. So this is how you can do the factorization. When you solve this, we know how to solve this: x plus 4 whole square. When you do it reverse method, this you will get, reverse method, this you will get. So this way we can solve the questions with the help of using identities. Let's understand the concept with the help of one more question. Now we have negative identities that we have to use. Second, 4y square. Let's see the question. 4y square minus 12y plus 9. Okay, now here your middle term is negative. First term and last term both are perfect square. So we have to use the identity second one. Okay, so what we will do over here, we know the first and last term. 4y square means 2y whole square minus, square is there, so 2 we have to write. We don't know what to write in first bracket, what to write in second bracket, plus 9 means what? 3 whole square. Okay, now minus 2 is there. This is your first term, this is your last term. So what is our first term? 2y. Don't write 4y square. Now your first term is 2y without square. 4y square is with square. So 2y, and what is my last term? 3. Okay, if you want to check your answer, 3 to the 6 to the 12, you will get this middle term. Okay, now so what is my answer? 2y first term, middle term sign minus 3 whole square. So this is the factors of 4y square minus 12y plus 9. So this way we can solve the questions. Let's see one more example. That is 49p square minus 36. Here we are using third identity. 49p square minus 36. What is given? We have given this term, a square minus b square. A square minus b square. So this is also perfect square. This is also perfect square. So what we can write? 49 means 7p whole square. We have to convert this in terms of a square minus b square. 36 means 6 whole square. Then we write one time positive terms, one time negative terms. That is 7p plus 6 first term, last term, 7p minus 6. So you will get this answer, a plus b, a minus b. So when you have to use third identity, when both the terms are given perfect square, there is no middle term. That time you have to use third identity. So this way we can factorize using the identities. So here we have used 3 identities. Now move on to the next question. That is factors of the form x plus a, x plus b. Let's see how to do that. Now see the next topic, that is factors of the form x plus a, x plus b. We have already learned how to expand this. That is, the first term is same but the last term is different. So what we have to do? First term square plus in bracket addition of a and b. That is the last term multiplied by the first term plus multiplication of last 2 terms. Okay, so this we already learned. Now this we apply in the form of, now we have given this question as a question and we have to obtain its answer like this. So if you compare this, the question is x squared plus 5x plus 6. So your x squared is your first term, 6 is your last term, that is b, and 5 is what? Your a plus b. This is your a into b and this is as it is. Okay. So now how you will do the factorization of such kind of question? So we know that here your first term is in a perfect square, last term is not in a perfect square. Suppose all the questions are clubbed together and if you want to find which method, which identity we have to apply. If both the terms first and last terms are perfect square, then we can use first or second identities, that is a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. But here if you observe the last term 6, which is not a perfect square, that time we have to apply this form of identities, that is x plus a, x plus b. Now see how to solve this. So if you observe the identities, a into b is a product. Whatever product you are getting, you have to divide that product in such a way that its addition will give you the product. Means 6 is your a into b. When you do the factors of 6, 3 2s are 6. So 3 is your a and 2 is your b. 3 2s are 6. That is a into b will give you 6 and 3 plus 2 will give you 5. Because in the question itself suggests that whatever is your product, whatever factors you are taking, that should be in the addition form. Okay. If you take 6 1s are 6, 6 plus 1 will give you 7. 3 2s are 6, 3 is a, 2 is b. A into b will give you 6 and a plus b will give you 5. plus 6. Now make the regrouping method. So x is common, so x plus 3 is left. 2 is common, x plus 3 is left. This 2 should be equal brackets. So what we are getting? X plus 3, x plus 2. We are getting the answer in the form of x plus a, x plus b. So this way we can do the factorization of form x plus a and x plus b. Let's see one more example so that you will get the clear idea. Y square minus 7y plus 12. This is of plus. Now we will see negative. The question is y square minus 7y plus 12. Let's see how to solve this. So we have to find the factors of 12 in such a way that we are getting 7 as an addition. So 12 is positive. We know that 4 3s are 12. But here we have minus sign. So minus 7 if you want, then what we have to do? Minus 4 minus 3. When you do the addition of minus 4 minus 3, you will get minus 7 as a middle term. And when you do the multiplication of minus 4 and minus 3, minus minus will give you plus, 4 3s are 12. So both the way your condition is fulfilled. So we can write in place of minus 7, we can write minus 4 and minus 3. So what we can do? Minus, in place of minus we can write minus 4 minus 3y plus 12. So what we can write? Y square minus 4y minus 3y plus 12. This is your group, this is your group. What is common here? Y is common. So y minus 4 is left, minus 3 is common, y minus 4 is left. These two brackets are common. So y minus 4, y minus 3. So this way we can solve the questions. This is all about how you can use the identities for the factorization purpose. Thank you. Next we will see the exercise.